Now there are two types of proofs. Okay, direct and indirect. Now let's see some examples of direct and indirect proof. Now let's look at the example of indirect proof. Okay, in this method, we assume that the statement to be proved is false at the beginning. As a result, we reach a conclusion that contradicts the given information. Okay, therefore, it is accepted that the statement is true. Statement: square root 3 is an irrational number. Therefore, square root 3 plus 5 is also an irrational number, right? In conditional form, if square root 3 is an irrational number, then square root 3 plus 5 is also an irrational number. What is a given? That square root 3 is irrational. To prove that square root 3 plus 5 is irrational number, let's see the proof by contradiction. Let's assume that square root 3 plus 5 is not an irrational number. Okay, so in other words, square root 3 plus 5 is a rational number. Then we can write that square root 3 plus 5 is equal to a upon b, where a and b are integers and b is not equal to 0. So this is equation 1. Then see here, a upon b is the simplified form of the rational number, meaning that a and b have no common divisor other than 1. Okay, getting it? Therefore, square root 3 is equal to a upon b minus 5. Now this is equation 2. So the left hand side of equation 2 is square root 3, which is an irrational number. But the right hand side, a upon b minus 5, is a rational number, right? Therefore, the difference of two rational numbers is always a rational number. Okay? So, we find a contradiction in equation 2. Therefore, the assumption that square root 3 plus 5 is a rational number is incorrect. Understand? And therefore, square root 3 plus 5 is an irrational number. Getting it? Now let's study the following example. Okay? Let me draw a figure again. Now this is line L, M, okay? And this is line P, R. It is intersecting at point O, and this is angle 115. Okay? Now, look at the figure again. The lines LM and PR intersect at point O, right? Angle LOR is 115 degrees, right? Now, write the measurements of the remaining angles of this figure. Okay, what is the solution? When two lines intersect, the vertically opposite angles are equal. Therefore, angle LOR is equal to angle MOP. Hence, angle LOR is equal to 115 degrees. So, angle MOP is equal to 115 degrees. This is equation 1. Now, angle LOR plus angle MOR is equal to 180 degrees because angles are on a straight line. So, 115 degree plus angle MOR is equal to 180 degrees. Therefore, angle MOR is equal to 180 degree minus 115 degree. Therefore, angle MOR is equal to 65 degree. This is equation 2. Angle MOR is congruent to angle LOP. Okay. If angle MOR is equal to 65 degree, then angle LOP is equal to 65 degrees. In the given figure, angle MOR is equal to 65 degree. Angle LOP is equal to 65 degrees. And angle MOP is equal to 115 degrees. Understand? Now, I will give you some statements. And you have to write them in conditional form. Let's start. Okay. So, opposite sides of a parallelogram are congruent.
If a quadrilateral is a parallelogram, then its opposite sides are congruent.
Exactly. Now Neha, you give your answer. Every angle of a rectangle is a right angle.
If a quadrilateral is a rectangle, then every angle of it is a right angle.
Great job. You have the correct answer, Neha. Okay, now I will give you some statements. Find their converse and also tell me whether they are true or false. Okay, Neha, now it's your turn. Tell me, if the pair of a vertically opposite angles formed by two lines and their intersection are equal, then the lines are parallel.
This statement is true. If two lines are parallel, the measures of the vertically opposite angles formed by their intersection are equal.
Wow, Neha, you answered correctly. Okay? Okay, now Seema, it's your turn. The base angles of an isosceles triangle are congruent.
The conditional statement. If a triangle is isosceles, then the base angles of the triangle are congruent. This statement is true. Contrapositive. If the base angles of a triangle are congruent, then the triangle is isosceles. This contrapositive is also true.
Exactly. Right, Seema. So now you have understood it. What you have to do is practice more of these types of questions. Okay?
Yes, we understood.
Okay.
What did we learn? Indirect proof. In this method, we assume that the statement to be proved is false at the beginning. As a result, we reach a conclusion that contradicts the given information. Therefore, it is accepted that the statement is true. Exercise 1. Prove. Root 2 is an irrational number. Therefore, root 2 plus 3 is also an irrational number. 2. Prove root 5 is an irrational number.